I hope that all of you are logged into the classroom.google.com. Please log into classroom.google.com and then log in with your school email address and password. Okay, I assume that you are already logged in. So let's start. This is how it will look like to you the very first time when you log into the Google Classroom. Here you see the plus icon, this one. Here you see the plus icon, this one. It says create or join. Since there is a member that recently just logged in, and I request Marlies. Okay, so we have just started. Please log into your Google classroom.google.com, this address, classroom.google.com, and log in with your school credentials like school email and password.
Yes.
Yeah, and please mute. I'm gonna mute. Please mute your microphones. You're not allowed to talk during the training. And once we are done with the training, we will have the question and answer session. You can note down the questions. So once you're logged in, you should be seeing this screen with this plus sign, and you click this plus sign and click on create class, right? So here you will have to give it a name. Suppose for this class, I'm gonna say it's the demonstration class session 1, right? But in your case, obviously it's English, it's history, it's chemistry, it's physics. And if you have multiple sections, you can say the section A or section 1 or section D, whatever. And then you can have the complete subject name, right? So you can write the subject name, say, for this demonstration, it is a demonstration subject, right? And this is not required, but since it's there, it's the option. So what you can do is just enter the name of the room where you would like to have this class, right? So room 1. It's not necessary, why? Because you're teaching online, so it's just a formality. And then you go ahead and click this create button. Okay, once the class is created, now there are a few things you should know about this. Here you can see the settings. You can change, the name and the section and the class, right? And you can add some description. This is about the demonstration of how to create a Google Classroom, right? So, and then there are certain other things, class code. This is the class code, right? You can either display it or copy it or reset it, right? And then stream, students can post and comment. If you want students to post and comment, then you can allow this, or if you want to restrict, students can only comment, not post. This is what I would recommend, because you don't want your students to post anything, but to only comment, right? Only teachers can post or comment, right? So, yeah, someone raised the hand, testing. Yes, testing. Please do not disturb during the class. As I have mentioned earlier, it's better that you just turn off your mics, to mute your microphones, so that we can, continue without any botheration. So, so what I was saying, that here you have these options, right? You can select whatever you want, right? It depends on the teacher whether he allows the student to comment or not. So in most of the cases, students, teachers allow their students to comment. And then you have classroom on the screen. Okay, so I request please mute your microphones. So now there is this one more thing, generate a link meet. It's for the video lectures, right? Visible to students. And if you want to allow this, you can generate the link for the Google Meet that we will see later on. Yeah, please hold on. I am getting a call from Raul. Okay, so this is the Google Meet link. It will be displayed to the students. It will be visible to them. Once this class is, created, you will see on your classrooms. You will see in your, I will add you as a student. Then you will see this link on the Google Meet. It is actually required when you want to have a video conference or a video lecture with your students. So it's up to you. Either you put it visible over here, or you can do it later on, right? And then overall grading calculation. So it's actually it's up to you again. If you want to choose the grading system, for that you will see in a while. I'll show you how you can create the Google Forms, and then you can link those forms to your classrooms, and then you will actually be able to grade the students automatically. You don't have to check all the things. You can do it, in the Google Forms. So what we do is we just hit the save. Okay, and here you can see select the theme or upload the photo. It's again up to you. It's not necessary. It's not necessary actually. Okay, Kara has just joined, so I would like to request her to just start with us from here. We have not, gone for yet, but for your easiness, this whole lecture will be recorded, and the video recording will be shared with you in your email. Okay, so what you can do is, if you want to select a theme, the theme that you want to put it in, or you want to upload a banner photo like you do on your Facebook, that describes this class, right? So it's up to you. It's not mandatory. It's not required at all. It's up to you. So once we are done with the class, this is it. This is it. This is it actually. Once we are done with the class, now what we have to do is, now we want to add the students to this class, right? So here you can see the teachers and the students. These teachers, sometimes one class can have multiple teachers, co-teachers, or the assistants, or some support teachers. If you have them, you can have them as well. But in this, demonstration, we will just adding the students. So what we have to do is, we will be just copying the email addresses See, it will search from the directory. You click it. Obviously, since you will definitely be having the email addresses or the names of the students. So if you don't know, or don't remember, or don't know the email address, what you can do is you can just search for the name, right? Let me see. Okay, so this way you can add all your students. Please, someone is talking. Can you please mute your microphone? Thank you. So I'm not gonna, go into the detail. This is enough for the demonstration. So these are the students that I just added. But if you want to add the bulk emails, let's see if this works. Okay, there we go. So we will just invite them to this class. So you can see now you have to go to your, just refresh your account. If you are logged in, you just refresh your account, right, like this. So you will see the invitation. All you have is to just save it. You see, I get this same way you will be actually getting this type of invitation, and you say join. Once you click the join, now you are in the class, right? This is your class. So here we go. We see that we just refresh and see who else has successfully joined the class. The administrator has already joined the class, and someone else, yes, Raquel Graham has already joined the class, and Daphne King has joined the class. So all of you should also be able to log into your accounts and join the class. Okay, Selena Cornwall also joined the class. Okay, so I am proceeding further because I don't want to wait for the others to join, right? So we have 4 students. It's enough for our demonstration. So if others can also join, they're most welcome to join. So what next now? So what we have is a class, okay? We have this class over here. Now, the first thing you need to do is, mostly, I don't know about your school, but mostly what you need to do is to take the attendance, right? Attendance from the students. Honestly speaking, there is no mechanism in the Google Classroom for the attendance especially, but there is a workaround. So here is actually the workaround. What you do is click on create, to take the attendance from the students. You just go here and question, right? Click on the question, and then you click multiple choice. Here, question is, please mark your attendance. Okay, so here these instructions are optional. So you can say select your name and click on turn in or hand in. So option 1. So we say Solina. Option 2, we say Christina. Option 3, we say King. Option 4, we say, these are the names of the students. So I'm just, giving you an example. So you will be basically mentioning the complete name of the student, right? So what I'm doing here is, okay, we have Gloria, we have Kira. This way, you will actually add all the names, right? And then you give it a point 1. And if you want to, have this attendance be marked within a given time frame, so you can say, suppose you have a class at, say, on Wednesday, it's today, and you have a time, and it is, say, if your time is different, my time is different, so I'm gonna do it in my time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say it is 9:30. So students after coming 9:30, even they can turn in, they can mark the attendance, but you will actually be notified that this student, blah blah student, this student marked the attendance late, right? So this is actually the option if you want to have it. So you can, right? So I'm not gonna do this, I'm just gonna skip. I'm gonna make it open, no date at all, right? So what next I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna say create. Okay, so forget it. So what I'm gonna do is now, we do it now and ask. Okay, got it. So you see, you being a student, once you refresh or you may get notification that a question has been asked. Here, demo class, please mark your attendance. When I click in, I get, here, my name is, say, I'm saying my name is this, and I turn in. So this way, you will select, students will select their name and they will just click turn in. So let's see, I do this, turn in, and here, this is it. So you see, 1 turned in, assigned to 7. Who turned in? Christina. So you get actually notification, okay, this student has turned in. So we may, get more turned ins. Let's see if any one of you is already logged in and he get the same thing like this, like this. So please mark your attendance and click turn in. Okay, we have 4 turn-ins. Okay, so since I actually turned in place of Christina, so he also did it. Okay, no problem. So this is how you can take attendance from the students. Okay, so this is one way. There are multiple ways. This is one way that I have found very easy to create, and very easy to, so that students will also be easy for this kind of thing. So they can easily, say, mark their attendance. So that's it. So what next? So attendance is done. So what next is, now you have to give the second thing, if you want to add or remove, suppose you want to remove any student, you can click over here and go to actions and remove, right? Select the student, actions, and you can remove him from the class. And if you mute him, he won't actually be able to communicate, comment, or deliver his notes or mark attendance, anything at all. He will be muted for the entire activities of the class. So please avoid this. So, well, in some schools, teachers use this mute in order to punish any student. I don't know about that, but no, it's up to you guys how you can use these options. So, what next is we go to classwork. Okay, it's done. So we go to classwork and we want to give them a material, some material you want to share with them, some videos you created, or some lectures you prepared on the PowerPoint, or handwritten notes and you scanned them, right? So how you're going to do that is to click on create, go to material, and here you give it a title. So this is so title is lecture 1, lecture number 1, English 8, whatever. No, it's up to you. So you can describe here, you can describe the material being provided, whatever you want to write, okay? So here you can click on add, right? And you have multiple options. Either you place a link, you have something, let me give you an example. You have some reading material, and you have a website, and this is a link, right? You copy this link, and create a link, and paste this link, and add a link, right? So this is a way, right? But since I'm not gonna do this, what I'm gonna say, which is the best, activity to do this, the best way to do is, you can create a video, upload to your YouTube, and then click on YouTube. And you may know the name of your channel, but since we don't have that right now, just for how to create physics diagrams, blah, 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 whatever, right? So you have this, so you can directly click this and add the video to the material. And now, if you don't have this video, you have something that you have wrote as handwritten notes if you have, and you have them on your mobile phone. So you can, click on upload and then browse. And then here we have Classroom, and I have this PDF file, right? I wanna share it with the students, and I want it for all the students. And if you want to distribute this assignment to a particular student, you can, uncheck all and then select the selected ones. But since this is for the entire class, you select all the students. So ignore this topic. If you want to create a topic, it's not mandatory. It's just, when you guys log in, you can play around with these options. There's nothing to worry about. You can play around. If anything gets, messy, you just have to delete the class. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just post this. And once it is posted, all of you should be able to, now you should be getting this post on your wall. This is the class. Here you go. Demo class posted a new material, lecture 1, English A. So here this is, so you can, students, you being students can open this. If you are from your cell phones, you can open it on your cell phone. If it was a video, it would have linked the video as well. So if it was a link to the website, it would have been the link to the website. So this is it. This is how you can share the material with your students, a reading material. It can be PowerPoint presentation. It can be a video that you created on your cell phone. Directly you can upload that. So if you have a YouTube channel, you can upload your videos to the YouTube channel and then link those videos. This is it. This is how you can share your material with the students. Now, next thing is creating an assignment. This is how you create an assignment. And remember this thing, there is no term like the midterm or exam, but you play around with these quizzes and assignments to make an exam, right? So suppose this is an assignment number 1, and you have instructions. Please do not copy or ask or search from Google. This is up to you, anything you can write, it's up to you. So here you can say this is, say 10 points for this assignment, and due date is today. You can set actually a time as well. Again, students can yet, even if the due date have passed, students can still upload, but it will be mentioned submitted late or handed in late, right? So it will be basically visible to the student as well as to the teacher as well, right? So you can now add, you have an assignment, you have handwritten assignment, and you have uploaded it, you have scanned it. So same way you can just upload, right? Or if you have an assignment, you have a video assignment, you can upload the video file as well. Like this one I have here, I have this video file over here, right? Okay. There is one more thing that you should know about this, this Google Classroom. Say, if you have prepared all of your lectures prior to the classes, and you want to, you don't want to spend more time in, uploading and all that, what you have to do is just go to drive.google.com. Hold on, please. Let me select this. So when you log in with this school email ID at drive.google.com, you can see you have a classroom and you have the name of the class. So you can actually put all your data over here, right? So this is it. This is how I'm going to do it, right? I can put it over here as well and upload the data to the Google Classroom. And when I go here, I say click Add Google Drive. There it is, right? My drive. You can see there's a classroom and there's this class, and you can upload the material directly from your Google Drive as well. It's very simple, right? So if anybody gets confused, not to worry, because this demonstration class is being recorded and it will be shared with you by tomorrow. So once you are done with these things, right, with the assignment or whatever, you have mentioned all the things, you click Assign. And there it is, assignment number 1. And the student will be notified that he has this new update, and it is the assignment 1. Here you can see assignment 1, upcoming assignment 1. So as a student, I go here, and if I have any questions, I ask the question, right? I ask the question, and then I do the, I have done the assignment. So what what students will do, they will just do the homework or the assignment, and then they will take a picture of it, and then they can click add. If they have done this, in a file, same way like you did, they will also do the same, and they will upload the file, whatever they have completed, right? So this is okay. So since as a student, I don't have anything at all right now. So what I can do is I'm just gonna do this same. So I am just suppose I know I am presuming that this is my homework that I have just completed. So once done, I'm gonna turn in. Turn in. Same way, you guys try to turn in your assignment, and here I will be, see, someone else has also turned in. It has been assigned to 7 more because only in total nine has, joined this classroom till yet. Okay, here we see someone else has also turned in. So this is how you can, check the turned ins here. These guys turned in. So if you want to see what they have turned in, you open it and you check the assignment, right? You check the assignment, and then you can select and mark the, say, after checking, me being a teacher, I checked the assignment and I graded him 8 numbers, right? And 8 him as well, and I also graded him with 7. Okay, we have more. See, we have more. Okay. So these turned ins I have marked with the marks, and you can see over here, it will be displayed to me as a student that how many grades did I get in this assignment 1. Now you return to this, and you can say, well done, well done, keep it up. So after checking the assignment, you are returning the assignment to him with the grades, right? And then you click return. So same way, okay, we have this. I am going to return and keep it up. Okay, we got one more, Christina. Okay, we are going to give her 8 numbers, and then we're going to return and just comment, well done. Right, so we're gonna return Anthony Hunter, well done. Now you see over here, I have received 8 out of 10. So this is how students will be basically marked. So you being a teacher, now you are basically having the experience of both. Now how to create an assignment, how students, sometimes you need to guide the student. This is how you can guide him what to do or what not to do. So this is it. This is how you create an assignment. Once done with the assignment, right? So once done with the assignment, one more thing, let me show you. Here you can see instructions, right? So, sorry. Now, next thing we need to do is we need to create a quiz, right? A quiz, which is quiz type assignment, quiz type assignment, where you are going to ask the student multiple questions. It's up to you. Have you, set the things up? So what here I am going to show you is how to make a normal graded quiz, and then we can go for some other types of quizzes. So if quiz number 1, you give instructions how students can do this quiz. If there are some tricks or the techniques, you can mention them as well, and you can actually add a file as well. If you have a file, if you have a handwritten assignment, you can add that as well. But we are going to use the Google Forms to create a quiz. We click on Google Forms, right? So we say the question. Question number 1 is, this is multiple choice question 1. So we have multiple options, right? We have multiple options. So you click required. If this question is required, without answering this question, student cannot submit the quiz, okay? And you have this answer key. If you know the option, if you know which question, which option is the correct one, you can select that one, and you give the points 10. So let's make it little more. Let's make it a little more. How many days are in a week? Right? We give 8, 9, 4, and 7. And in answer key, I selected this 7, and that's it. See? Oh, hold on. So answer is 7, the correct answer. It's for the teacher. Student won't be able to see this, right? So let me show you how it will look like. If you want to see how your quiz looks like, you can go to here and click the preview. You can see this eye. This is how it will look like for a student, right? Okay, so what we are gonna do is we are gonna add more questions. Now we add more questions like this. So you can add questions as many as you want. This is question 2, and then we have options. How many days are there in a year? So here you can select multiple questions, and then we give the options. Or if you want the student to write down, so you can basically select paragraph. He will just type over here, there are now blah 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 these much days in a year. But since this is a short, this is a multiple choice question, we can add 400, 320, and 365, and 128. And we know the answer, so we will select the correct answer and then done. And this is required again. And we also grade it 10 points, right? So let me tell you the difference. The form that we are creating and this answer key type of quizzes or exams, there is no difference between exam and quiz in Google Classroom, right? This can be your midterm, this can be your semester term, or whatever, you name it, whatever you name it, say you call it, this is class quiz. If this is a midterm, you can say it's a midterm, whatever you name it, right? Class quiz. So for this, we are done. So what we can do is we just click the send, right? Send. So you can see to who you can send this. If you want to send automatically St. Martin advertised school email addresses or whatever, you can send this to a specific student as well. Since you are done with this saving, if you want to send this, to a particular person, you can do that. Say you can just type the name of the student or the email address, right? So find it anyway. So you can send it via email, but it's not, recommended to send it via email. What you can just simply do is save and go to here. You can see here, you can see the name of this quiz. It will be changed. It's a quiz 1. We have class quiz. See, we have class quiz. Okay, and we edit this assignment. We have class quiz over here, and we have, say it's 20 because we have graded 10 for 2 questions over here, as you can see. Right, we have 2 questions of 10 points, so we give it 20 points in total, right? So what we do is grade importing, enable this feature. For short, for multiple choice questions, you have to enable this grade importing, and I'll show you why. And then you can, have it scheduled, or you can say, you can select the date, and then you can select the time, optional as well. Again, same with this thing. If you select a date or a time, students yet will be able to turn in or hand in the assignment, but there is a big but. The but is that it will be marked as late turned in or late signed in, right? So after we are done with the quiz, what we can do is just go here and assign. Okay, now you being students, you should get the notification that there is one more quiz coming up, right? So it's up to you. It's up to you. You know, you have the teaching experience better than me. You know how to handle the class. You know how to, you have the skills. You know how to take a quiz. If you want to take a quiz during the class, you can just, create the quiz and the runtime and then get the quiz done by the students. So here, being as a student, I go and click this and I see this quiz. I go here and how many days are in a week? I give it, suppose I give it wrong, and this one I give it correct. And as a student, I say send me the responses as well, and I click submit. Okay, now I can runtime check my scores. Okay, I got 10 out of 20. Students can runtime check it out. But as a teacher, I also, two have turned in, and this is Christine and Rachel have turned in quiz 1, and I can then grade them over here as well, right? So 4 have turned in, okay. So you can actually see the responses. Go to quiz, and then you click import grades once all have turned in. So I think 4 are enough for our testing. So what we do is we click import grades and then click import. You see the importing is done. Importing is done. Now what you have to do is just return. You do not have to check the quiz. It has automatically been done. We just do this return and add the comments. I don't have to repeat the things again. So we just have to return it. Oh, someone else has just okay, import the grading. See, yeah, see. Okay, once done with this return, this is how you can basically integrate the Google Forms, right? The Google Forms with with this quiz type questions, right? So this is how you can do it. Someone else has also, we just click on import the grades. That's it. So this is it, how you basically create a quiz, okay? So now here, we go over here, the quiz have been graded. Now, there is something else you should know. There is something else you can do is, you wanna create a quiz, right? You wanna create a quiz. This time, you wanna create it a little different, right? Some typing is involved, and some images are involved from the student end. Let me give you an example. Take this example as this is a midterm exam. If this is a midterm exam, how are you gonna do this? You gonna give instructions to the student. Please read the questions properly and answer them on your, write the answers on your answer sheet and scan or take the picture of the answer sheet and attach with this exam, right? So you have a file, right? You have a midterm paper actually, right? So this is a midterm paper. So just an example, right? You have a midterm paper, you attach the midterm paper so that students can view the paper, download it and read it, and then attempt the paper on their papers, on their answer sheets at home, and then take a picture of them and upload to this. And we also have a Google form which will be displayed to them. So we say it's a midterm exam, and we have now short answer questions, right? We have, say, so this is a question, right? It's from some textbook and it is required, right? It's required. But we cannot have an answer key for this. We cannot have an answer key for this. Why? Because we actually don't know the exact answer. And if we even know the exact answer, we would yet not know if the student puts it that way. You being teachers know more than me. So this is one question. We add another question. It is, long question. Describe yourself being alone in a desert with no help at all. So he's gonna write kind of an essay type, and this is also required. So you can also attach, something like sometimes. Let me show you this in another example. Okay, so answer key. We have points. We have 5 points for this, but no correct answer added, right? We have 5 points for this, but no correct answer added. And then we have answer key, and we have 5 points for this, no answer correct, right? So the next thing, we're gonna add another question, but here we're gonna add an image. So for example, uh, let's search from the Google, explain images. Okay, like this, like this. So we have an image. This image will be displayed to the student, and we will ask him describe the image or write a story of your own. Right? So what you finally do is you add a section with this, right? And okay, below this section, you make it a paragraph. Explain here, and then here the long text will be given, and you will mark it, say 10 points, and done. And it's required. See, this is how you can do it. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I did it let it, we should. I added another section which I did wrong. It should not have been done that like this. Okay, anyway, we can delete this section. Delete this section. Okay. So now you see you can have this paper like this exam, this midterm exam like this, and it is automatically being saved. If you notice, so it is total of 20 points, right? So what we do is we just close the quiz and we go here. This is our midterm exam, and then we give it the total points, right? It's up to you. Few questions are from the Google Forms, right? You can see that once you refresh it, it's automatically midterm exam, edit, sorry, edit assignment. This is midterm exam, Google Forms, and this is another, a type of type of paper, whatever you call it. And then we have it of 50 points. And then you can mention the date as well. It's up to you. It's according to the school policy. If you do it for one whole day or for a few hours, whatever it is, right? Once it's done, you click assign. And the assignment has been assigned. The quiz, not the quiz, the exam has been assigned to all the students. Now we go here, we see if we have any new task. There it is, midterm exam, right? So we have a midterm exam, and it can be, we can do it like this, okay? And we can open this and then do the thing, read the instructions, and follow the instructions. Once done, we upload, add our data, or if we have done it on Google document or whatever, being a student, we take a picture and then we upload, right? We upload, and then finally we say turn in, right? We turn in as a student the midterm. Let's go here. We also add our points. He started doing this and that, blah, blah, blah. So I was alone and terrified, and then finally, blah, 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 blah. This image explains a teacher having many books, blah, 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 and then submit, right? And even if you click on the view submit score, because it's not gonna grade. Why? Because we have not selected the key answers. So it's after doing this, student has to click turn in and turn in. That is it. So the midterm has been submitted. You can go over here and check midterm. We see we have one turned in midterm, and after we check the paper, we download, this is actually his attempted paper. We open it, we check it, and we mark it, and after grading, we give him the marks, and then we return. Right? So this is how you can do it. Same way. Now there is one more thing that you should know. This is one last thing that we are going to do. This is after that I'll be taking your questions if there are any. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to classwork, and we have. You being a teacher, you don't want to create quizzes every day, assignments every day, or lectures every day. If you have one day, you dedicate one day and you have prepared all the things, What you can do is, suppose if it is a quiz, you go here. Rather than assigning it, you can schedule it, schedule it to the future date. Let me show you an example. This is a scheduled quiz. This quiz is for next week. And you have all the things over here, and I click on it and I see schedule, right? And I schedule it for this day, and I click on schedule. That is it. Same way, you can have your midterm schedule, you can have your assignment schedule, and you can have your lecture schedule. I hope this is it. And now, one by one, please raise your hands. There is an option. You raise your hands if you have any question. Rachel, you are having this problem. I cannot go to the Google anymore because you shared the page. I don't know how would that happen. I mean, just close the browser and go to the classroom.google.com, then log in again. If anyone has questions, please.
I have a question.
Yeah, please.
For math, do you have any recommended add-ons for math when we're typing in certain math equations in Google Forms? It is a bit difficult.
Oh yes, oh yes. Let me show you one thing over here. Suppose you have to create a quiz or an assignment or a quiz. Let's say it's a quiz, and you create sheets or document, right? You go to document, Google document or Google Sheet, and here you are familiar with the Microsoft Word, are you?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So this is actually the Microsoft Word. So the way you put into the mathematical formulas, drawings, tables, charts, and special characters and equations, right? You do the same thing over here.
Right. I understand it for Google Docs, but in Google Forms, do you have a recommended add-on that can be used?
Well, honestly speaking, I have not been doing this as a teacher. So obviously, what I can say is this is actually the recommended by Google document. So you can create as you have been creating in the normal Microsoft Word. So that's it. This is the maximum. But there is, the other way I would suggest you, rather than going for the Google documents, if it is easy for you, you can just have the formulas written by hand, and then you can add them as an image or as a PDF file.
Okay, thank you.
Well, anyone else, please? Yes, Christian, yeah, you can ask the question.
I have a question concerning the attendance that you were doing in the beginning.
Okay.
Is that something that you would have to do every single day if you choose to do that?
Well, yes, of course. How do you take attendance in your daily routine? Don't you do the attendance daily in your classroom?
But I don't type their names every day.
Yeah, that's the point. That's the point. So let me show you something. So suppose you have this. We have this attendance. It was here, right? So what you can do is you can edit, right? Every day all you need to know is, all you need to know is who is present or who is absent, right? So what you can do is you can change the date every day, right? And then save it.
And
That's
does the
it.
attendance itself accumulate? So at the
Yes.
ending of the week or at the ending of the month, would I know how many times a person was present based on some sort of accumulated figure or something like that?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. It's a good question. Let's do that. Okay. Let's say it's a we do it for today, and we save it, right? And then we go here. We have attendance. Let me add myself in attendance first. Okay. You see here, Christina. In fact,
Yes.
it's you. You clicked once, and I clicked once. So I got two attendances, right? The same way. Let me show you. Let's do it. Now I go over here, and all you have to do is to just announce here. This is share with your class. You just had to announce the attendance. This is the
Wait, I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing.
sorry.
You said something about announce attendance?
Yeah, every day you have to just announce. You have to just
You
tell
see
the
what
students.
happened? You see what happened? You marked me. I went in. I marked myself for the same day, and it showed me twice. So how can that be avoided? That if I'm marked already for the day, I'm not
Well,
marked again.
yeah, I got your point. But as I have told you earlier, there is no mechanism of the attendance in the Google Classroom. There is no particular mechanism. This is actually a trick. How you can use the quiz
Okay.
pattern.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is actually all about, how do you handle the things. You have to tell the students that just click it once. You don't have to click it twice. Number one. Number two, all you have to do is to just tell the students every day they come in, they just have to go there, right? And just click. Oh, sorry. This is class. So what they will do is, as every day they go there and they click. Yeah. Okay. Okay. This is already turned in. So Christina, I'm sorry. There is no option like that. So you have to either way create every day the same. You have to create every day the class. But there is one more easy way. Let me show you that. That's more easy. That is more easy. Let me show this. This may be helpful for you guys. You create an assignment, right? Attendance. Oh, sorry, not assignment. Sorry, question. And then we select multiple, and then attendance for English class, and then just two options: present, absent. And this is another trick. As I have told you, there is no mechanism for this. And then ask, right? So as a student, when I go here, stream, okay, it was updated. English class attendance, okay.
But if you didn't select a correct answer, like maybe present, because present is what you want to be recorded,
Yeah,
the
well,
person could get.
again, let me repeat it again. There is no mechanism. So when there is no mechanism, we are just, playing the tricks with this Google Classroom, right? We are just playing the tricks. I have to be honest. Before turning in, I had to be honest.
So this wouldn't be the very best option to do attendance then.
Yeah, this is as I told you, Google Classroom does not have the mechanism for the attendance, but this is actually a workaround how you can take the attendance. Normally, in my experience, most of the students, teachers do as I have, mentioned earlier. They do it, but they don't write all the names. What they do, they just they just give the two options, either present or absent. And the student, whoever so comes in, he, marks it present. He has to be honest, obviously. So he clicks it to that I'm present or I'm absent, right? So there is another way, like, let me show you. Like, suppose this is a class that you are going to start. This one, say this is a lecture. You are going to about to deliver a lecture. So mostly present, ma'am. So you as a teacher will basically show his name now, since he will be, or he or she will be using the class school emails. What was this?
I would have to do that marking because if the
Yeah, you see over here, you have one comment, and I have completed or whatever. This is how this is the other way you can do it. So if there is any other question, other than this attendance, so please go ahead.
Yes.
I have a question.
Hold on one by one. Christina, and please mute your mic. Okay, thank you. So, Andrea, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I noticed that when we try to highlight, say, underline or make, I think bold is okay, but to highlight and so on, words in Google Forms, that there is a challenge if you need to say, select the word that matches the underlined word or the word in the box or something like that. It gives a challenge to highlight that particular word that you want to be the focus.
Okay. For that thing, you will have to use the Google documents and then attach them. Like, just like this, say it's an assignment, and then you create and you go to Google documents, right? So this document actually will be displayed to the student. Here you have all the, you can highlight, underline, you can do these things over here. Bold. And then whatever the question is, once you save this, right, and you name it anything, name, and then you save it and you close it, and it will be basically showed to the student, and you will give him instructions to do the, whatever the instructions you have. You just give the instructions, and as a student, he will basically click on this document and he will do the rest of the things over here.
Oh, but I was talking about when you're actually creating a quiz with Google Forms and you want that kind of a thing to be done on the actual form itself.
Okay, hold on.
Challenge to do.
Hold on. Let me just quiz and Google Forms. Now tell me, what are you actually trying to say here? You see, there are some other, options, theme options for this, but so what are you saying actually is, can you try to explain? Let me try to give you the control.
When you type the question, yes.
What's your name?
Don't have very many options to like say underline and so on when you
Andrea,
type.
please accept the control. Accept the control and try to explain what you want to say. I have given you the control over my computer. You just have to accept it. Okay. Now you please try to explain.
I'm typing, but I don't see it yet.
Maybe it's a little bit slow. Okay, choose the word that has the same meaning. Okay, for the
Sorry.
underlined word.
Let me fix that.
Okay, no problem. Okay.
Let us say I just try to do this. I don't get the chance to underline the word. Oh,
Yes, you cannot just give me this second.
something went wrong.
No, it's okay. You cannot do this, but you know, since this is actually it's a poem, right? So there are certain limitations. There is only
Right, that's
one
what
way.
I'm saying.
Yeah, there are certain limitations. There is only one way that I just earlier told you. There is a workaround. There's a trick that you have to use the Google document and prepare the complete paper in that, the complete exam or the quiz in the Google document, right? So that there you can have these multiple options.
And how do I link it so that the child gets to do it and work with it like a quiz?
This is how I do. Okay, let me show you that. Let me show you that. Oh, hold on. Let me show you. So let's consider this. Okay, let's close this. Let's close this, and we go back over here, and we close this as well. So this is actually a quiz that you want to use, right? Quiz, and then you have the instructions. Please open the document and attempt the quiz, and then you create, and you go to documents. You click create and document, and here choose the correct meaning of the underlined word. So here you give options. Option 1, option 2, and here is actually the underlined word. This is under. So you have this, you save it, you create all the paper, other questions, related to the quiz in this document, you save it, you name it, let's say, choose the correct answer. Choose the correct answer, and you just save it and close it. Right? It is here. Student will directly see this, and you can, allow the student to edit the file as well. You see? So he will actually, as a student, let's do this, okay? Let's assign the, say, 10 points, and we assign this quiz, assign, and as a student, we go here, and we have some update. There we have quiz. Instructions, choose the correct answer, and it takes me here, and I select option 1, and I do this, right? And I save it, or I type option 1 is the name, and I save it, and I close it, and then I Oh. So what do we get here, please? And it has not yet been turned in. Why is it not showing turned in? See, I go here as a student, I open this and I, so I do my thing and then I just mark as done, mark as done. So when I go here as a teacher, one has turned in and it is the administrator, and you open the document over here, you open the document and you see the changes in it. This is the way I think you can do it, but it's not the ideal thing, but this is the only way you can do it. Okay, is there any question, please?
Thank you.
Welcome. I'm sorry if I am not, the questions you are asking, they are very ideal classroom questions, and Google Classroom is not fulfilling all the requirements of an ideal classroom, right? So it's actually the options in the Google Classroom they are missing. So what you had to do is you had to use your analytical skills to come up with some workaround solutions. Is there anyone else?
There are actually other sites that allow you to link quizzes that you create in actual quiz to Google Classroom, so the children still access them through Google Classrooms and get to do them, and they're marked automatically. And so it's okay. Thank you.
Yes, of course they can do it. They have the access and they can easily basically use the things and they can do it. Okay.
I want to know first if the quiz that you just did in the Google Docs, shouldn't you allow each student to have their own copy?
Oh yes, it's up to you again. As I told you, it's up to the class teacher. How much privileges or how much freedom that teacher is going to give his students. It's up to you. It's up to you. There are the options. You can go for, there are many other options. When you log into the Google Classroom, just play around with many other options. There are so many options you can work with. Yes, Philemon.
Yes, my question is, once a test or quiz has been scheduled, let's say for example, I scheduled a quiz for the 10th. Does that mean it cannot be open before the 10th? Is what it means?
It means that it will be sent or delivered to the students on the 10th of August, right? And not before that. Not before.
Okay.
Students will not be able to see that quiz or the assignment or the task before that day.
Okay.
That's actually scheduling.
Okay, appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay, is there anything else that you want to know? Just you can, once you get my email with the link of the video, I'll soon be uploading this whole video for your ease so that you can, watch it again and again if you have any confusions. So this is it. I really appreciate your, cooperation and your presence in this training lecture. And if anyone wants to say anything, after that, I'll say goodbye to you all. Okay, I consider this goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you all of you.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye, Ted.